Recording.
Okay. Hey, Tom Lowe here with Puget Sound's finest and HomeSmart Real Estate Associates. I wanted to talk to you today about whether or not you really need a real estate agent or not. Recently, I was talking to my brother who is selling his house out in Boston, Massachusetts. It's actually outside of Boston, but it's a nice property, big garage, huge, land. He actually owns a lot across the street too. They've been listed since mid-March, right as we went into the COVID thing. And he spoke to his agent about it, and they went out at a certain price point. And after being on market through July, I think it was, he decided to change agents because he just wasn't getting any activity. It was pretty horrendous as far as the way the place was marketed, in my opinion, as well. So anyway, after many conversations, he did change agents, and he was personal friends with the other agent too. So it was tough for him, but the home wasn't selling. So he went with a sort of a power broker out there, and she put the house on market basically $100,000 less. Now, over the last 2 months, 2.5 months or so, he's seen tons of activity, lots of open houses, lots of people coming through, but still no offers. So to me, that talks about price as well. But his agent continues to tell him that he's got a lot of activity, we're gonna get an offer anytime soon. So my brother ended up speaking to a buyer who'd been to the house 3 times and told Steve, my brother, that he'd driven by the house actually once before as well. Now again, they're outside the city a little ways, so it's no small feat to go out there four times, right, and look at this property. So the guy obviously really wanted the home, and Steve got into conversations with him outside of their agents. So they started, it was basically the seller and the buyer talking to each other without their agents. Steve called me yesterday, or Sunday actually, to say, hey, this guy wants to put in an offer. We came to an agreeable price. It's just kind of below where I'm listed right now. It's something I'm willing to do. He's moving to Arizona for a new job. He wants to get this house out from underneath him so he can just, move on with his life. So anyway, long story short, the guy said, yeah, let's do it. We'll get the paperwork going. So on Monday morning, they both called their agents. And they started talking, and came to find out that the guy needs to sell his house in order to buy my brother's house, which makes it a contingent offer, which in this market, of course, is a little crazy to take on. But again, he's eager to get out of it, and thought, well, okay, let's do it, get the house listed. But the buyer decided that he's not going to do a contingent offer unless my brother will take the house completely off market. Now, of course, that could possibly work, but not advisable. So anyway, I think if he'd contacted his agent right away, had his agent talk to the buyer's agent, this all could have been worked out before my brother got down the road with trying to make a deal with this guy. They're deciding now that my brother and his agent have decided now that they are just going to keep the house listed. They're going to take another $10,000 or $15,000 off the asking price, and see what happens this weekend. They're going to do an open house, and hopefully, I think we'll probably get it sold because they have so much activity but no offers. I think coming down a little bit, we'll probably get that to happen. Anyway, that's why you need an agent, is somebody to basically look out for your best interests, really take care of you in your buying and selling of real estate. It's good sometimes, especially if you have that buffer, someone to represent you and represent your interests, and they can be basically the bad cop, if you will, for you and what you really want. And so there's a lot of stuff that goes into this, and just make sure you stay in communication with your agent, and that's what I have to say. Anyway, if you have any other questions or whatever, hit me up. All my stuff's down below, and or contact me through Facebook and Twitter and wherever else I'm at. And thanks again for listening. I'm going to get back to playing fetch with Finn here, and have a great day. See ya.